Africa program, the Endangered Wildlife Trust focuses primarily on the implementation of as many of the actions that are contained within the multi-species action plan for African Eurasian vultures that we were also involved in drafting and adopting back in 2016-17. Now in the last 12 months, most of our focus has gone towards expanding capacity within the Rangers Corps, with veterinarians, law enforcement staff across 9 countries in East and Southern Africa. We did some training in Kenya, Tanzania, and then most of the SADC countries at this stage. Some of our funding has been sourced from the US Fish and Wildlife Service, and they're looking at supporting us in terms of expanding training capacity across all of these countries so that we can develop a core of individuals that are skilled, knowledgeable in terms of wildlife poisoning and how to effectively address incidents when they take place in the field, but to also actively play a role in preventing these incidents from taking place by reducing the amount of pesticides out there, ensuring that control and legal control in terms of access to these pesticides are more stringently enforced, and then at the same time also working with teams in those countries beyond the training to also ascertain what the current population levels, for instance, of vultures are, what the movements are, and how these populations link to each other. And of course, where we can then primarily focus our primary conservation work in these areas where work is most urgently needed. With the limited resources that we have at our disposal, we need to prioritize where we work. And through the information that we gather with the work that we are doing, with the input from our partners, we are pretty certain that the areas that we do focus our work on are the most appropriate, and it's starting to show dividends in terms of the reduction in the prevalence of incidents in some cases, but then also significantly reducing the mortalities that occur when these incidents happen, because people now respond a lot quicker and they act appropriately, and therefore we have far less animals that are killed when incidents occur in many areas. But as we've seen with the incidents in Botswana, for instance, this year, where we've not done any training, is the need is far greater, and one cannot become complacent. The need is ever growing, and we need to make sure that whenever there are issues and there are emerging areas or emerging issues, that we have our finger on the pulse and that we start with positive intervention, working with partners in those countries.